You are now listening to LauerRoadRadio.
Hey, welcome one and all to the #1 podcast, winter, spring, and fall. Talking sports for the thrill of it all. Hey, talking life, but we're killing it all. Jason and Dan with the master plan. These are dangerous men with the mic in the hand. Ha! Bonafide winners everywhere that we go. You're a part of the team.
LauerRoadRadio.
Dad light, Doug light, bright lights in sight. All right. What? Dad light, Doug light, bright lights in sight. All right. Yeah. Dad light, Doug light, bright lights in sight. All right. Bonafide winners everywhere that we go. You're a part of the team.
LauerRoadRadio.
Let's get it. What?
At Tanagra, when the walls fell, this is Dan Oinks coming at you another time for Lauer Road Radio with my co-host, as always, Jason. How you doing today?
I was doing really good. I got home from work I was rushing home because we had to leave to get here.
You do well. You are good. Sorry. What?
I don't know what that means. Did you switch phones?
No.
Oh, okay.
Nope,
I thought you had
the best.
I thought you had an iPhone there.
Enough.
I was rushing home.
You were doing good.
Listen, I was doing good. Mm-hmm. And we have a timeline tonight. We have to be done by a certain time.
Yes.
There's things to do and places to go.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Things like that. And so I get home and I text Harrison. I said, we'll leave in 15 minutes. Mm-hmm. That gives me enough time to get all my stuff situated and out the door.
That's enough time for a
no
young
response.
man to...
No response. No response. I'm like, what the heck?
Well, wait a minute. Let me just... Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. Harrison was not answering his phone. But
through the text.
Through the text. He was not responding to the text.
Yeah.
But, because he pays for his own phone and everything, he probably deserves... if he wants to answer it or not answer it, that's really up to him. If he's paying for it...
Well, I pay for it.
Oh, you pay for the phone.
Yeah. And I bought the phone.
Oh, and you bought the phone.
I bought the phone and I paid for the...
I'm sorry. Yeah. So, because I'm just trying to understand this, because it seems to me like you bought him a phone and you're paying for the plan.
Yes.
And I'm guessing he uses this phone for more than just communication with
frequently.
you?
I've never seen him without it.
Okay.
Which makes me think if I text him, he's probably on it.
So somehow he feels like it's okay for a phone that he didn't buy and a plan that he doesn't use or he doesn't pay for.
Right.
That he doesn't have to be responsive.
Literally thousands of dollars has gone toward that phone.
Yes. Yeah.
Now, technically, it is a hand-me-down phone. When I bought a new phone, I gave him my phone, but it was still a great phone.
What if he came to you and said, "Hey, I've got this money. I'm going to buy a new phone"?
Awesome.
Fine.
And I would take his old phone back.
Of course you would,
because I could
'cause
use
it's your phone.
It's my phone. It's a much bigger screen, by the way.
Okay. All right.
I downgraded my screen size.
I just assumed that he paid for it, so which would give him the right to not respond.
Yeah. Listen, you pay for your phone and you have your own plan.
Yeah.
You do whatever you want.
Hey, it's your thing.
It's your thing. Turns out it's the exact opposite of that.
All
I
right.
pay for the phone.
Sorry.
I pay
that
for
was my misunderstanding.
So, I pay for your Netflix and your Peacock and your... So,
only
how does
the
that work?
Netflix and Hulu. But I never watch Hulu. I don't even remember the last thing I watched on Hulu. Technically, it's there. Bob pays for my HBO Max. And you pay for Netflix. Now, I do watch Netflix. My suggestion this week is from Netflix.
Mine is too.
So
we'll save that. We'll save that for down the road. Anyway,
he's not
I'm in a very big hurry because we got to be out of here a certain time.
Come on.
7-Eleven is closing up early tonight because they got to wax the floors. And so they gave us a hard deadline. We have to be out the doors. And so anyways, he doesn't respond. And so the mother-in-law staying at the house. And I turned to her. I'm like, is Harrison even here? She goes, no, he's at the doctor's. I thought, I totally forgot.
Right.
And I thought he'd be home.
Sure.
But turns out he had to get a physical because he's doing baseball.
Ah.
And did they turn your head and cough?
Did they grab your
junk?
Private area? No. Okay.
No. Okay.
Is
Did
it
they
even
not do that
physical
anymore?
then?
They totally did it when...
Did they not do that anymore?
No. That's why I was a 3-sport athlete.
You got 3 physicals a year.
Dang right.
Yeah. No, wait. Listen. When I was a kid in junior high, I think they just lined us up. And the same doctor did it with the same pair of gloves all the way down the line.
Turn your head and cough.
You're good. Well, thanks. I don't know if that was necessary, but whatever. Anyways, he got a physical. And he comes home, and his mother is furious because he forgot to bring the paper from the school, the physical paper,
sure.
to the doctor to sign off on it.
Yeah.
So now it's all
That's
done
the
for
whole-
nothing.
point.
That's the whole
is to
point.
have the paper.
Yeah. So,
Well,
anyways,
he's batting 1,000 today. Isn't
my
he?
last 30 minutes has been very hectic, and although I'm doing well, Harrison not so much,
Sure.
and that's expected. I mean, he's 15.
Hey, it happens.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but that was my afternoon.
Sounds like quite a day.
And
you've
listen,
had.
my basement is dry.
Hey, that's
Praise
good.
Lucky.
Yeah,
the
I know.
Lord.
I got 8
There
inches in my
Are you
basement.
for real?
Yeah.
Yeah, there is so much water outside. First of all, there's 12 inches of snow, and now it's rained 2 inches.
The ground is waterlogged.
It's everywhere. And fingers crossed, I'm hoping that we stay dry.
Yeah.
But there's no guarantees.
Yeah. Now, if my apartment flooded,
You're
I mean, the whole world is in trouble.
literally, you should be building the boat. You should be on the boat already.
So
yeah, you're on the 3rd story.
and there are tall levels, so it's
Basically like a 5th story
would
apartment.
be like a 5th story typically. Yeah. So if my apartment flooded because the water level rose that
You're
high,
more likely to get water coming down.
much more likely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. There are holes everywhere.
Everywhere. It's like a sieve. It's like a cheese grater, that building.
So but things are really good. So we just got done with the last thing we recorded. Technically, was the halftime
show.
Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And we had a great response. Super fans,
Everybody loved it.
all the super fans logged in.
Jesse called. I felt a little bad about hanging up on him, but there was also the funniest thing to do in
Yeah.
the moment. You know what I mean?
Well,
to
he
be
was
like,
on the line of getting
Hey,
naked.
what do you think about this? What are your thoughts about the Super Bowl? And he starts launching, and I go, I don't know.
Wow. I don't remember any of that.
Jesse may
I don't
have
even
had
remember who won the Super Bowl.
one or too many
Yeah,
that night, and he was wearing nothing but bibbed overalls.
he was. Yeah,
More than I
and
normally
2
would.
snaps, and your
and then the whole world changes.
birthday suit. Yeah. So I'm glad that he opted not to.
Did you go?
Did you
home?
invite him?
No.
No.
Okay, I didn't think so. I just wanted to.
I
make
only
sure.
invited people with the last name of Owings or Cramp. I guess I invited our sister too.
But they didn't. They don't.
They had other plans, so they could not attend. Did you go home and watch the Super Bowl?
No.
Yeah.
I mean, it was on TV, but I was whatever.
I kept it on. I had a few people talk to me about it. I just don't really.
I don't care.
And I'm a Bengals fan, but just couldn't quite muster up the. Hey, yeah, that's mine.
This is proof of your Bengals fanness.
That was mine. I remember getting it. It was a big deal. He had a helmet at the time.
Yeah.
Somewhere that the helmet has been lost.
Boomer Esiason. It looks a little bit more like Phil Simms.
That's racist. I think it looks. I don't know.
It looks a lot like Phil Simms.
It does.
They honestly,
And Dan
They might have used the
Marino.
same one.
that's what I'm saying. It's one mold.
Looks like
It was
Peyton
Phil
Manning,
Simms and
Eli Manning.
No, that's not Eli Manning.
They all look the same.
all the white people.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
So, anyways, it was a football game.
My cousin
fine.
went to it. My cousin got to. He's a huge Bengals
Really?
fan.
How much you pay for
Yeah.
tickets?
Like a lot, like thousands.
That's so stupid.
Did he wear a mask?
No.
Nobody in the stadium did. How's that even possible? California is on lockdown.
Did you hear? Someone told me that he said this, and I was like, I don't know about that.
Who's he?
The mayor of L.A.
Okay.
Did you hear about this?
No.
The pictures.
Well, first of all, there's pictures of him everywhere without masks. Meanwhile, he's requiring students, everybody to wear masks at recess.
Are we talking Governor Newsom or the mayor of L.A.?
the mayor of L.A.? What's
Okay.
his name? Marcetti or Garcetti or something?
I don't know.
He's an idiot.
Anyway, I'm not making this up because somebody told me this, and I was like, I don't know. It even is a bit of a stretch for a stupid guy like that.
Yeah.
I saw it. I saw him say it. They asked him about the mask, and they said, he goes, every once in a while I take it off because people wanted pictures. First of all, there are lots of pictures of him with it,
Yeah.
And I did take it off, but whenever I took it off, I held my breath. And he said it with a straight face.
Yeah.
Like he wasn't being sarcastic. It wasn't like, tongue in cheek. No, he was like, I held my breath. And so it was impossible to communicate anything while I'm holding my breath.
Transmit the disease, yeah.
No possible chance of transmission while I was holding my breath.
I've almost considered doing that at Menards. Menards has turned into the Gestapo. I mean,
They don't mind now, though.
Yeah, I haven't been to Menards since.
At the beginning, they were from the beginning.
Oh, they were on you. You had to have a mask.
Yeah.
I was that close just for fun. I don't even need to go there for anything. To walk in the store and when they address me, sir, you need to have a mask. it's okay. I'm holding my breath. Like, actually say that.
Yeah, I know a guy that went to Menards and they followed him around the whole store, and they were on the radio, and he could hear them. Where is he now? Where is he now? Where is he now? And he walked through the whole store and did his thing without the mask, and they had a couple people following him everywhere he went, clearing out.
Yeah.
So stupid.
I think they should make children at schools, instead of wearing masks, just make them hold their breath all day.
Yeah, well,
it's a good idea.
Luke, Husky Luke is all over it. Or do you follow him on Facebook?
Yeah, he is. He is fighting the good fight.
Yeah, good for Luke.
Yeah,
I appreciate
Love
that.
Luke.
Yeah, Luke's great.
So that's your day.
Yeah.
I went to the...
Wait.
Yeah.
How was your day?
It's interesting that you ask.
Yeah.
I went to the Bureau of Motor Vehicles today.
BMV.
The BMV. And, when you're at the BMV, it's like, I'd rather be taking a BM, Does that work? I don't know. Something.
I like
there's
it.
something there. There's a joke there. I'm still
You're working.
fleshing
it's
it
not
out.
as good as a Craig Grossmell.
Yeah, it's not as good as a Craig Michelle.
I'm not even sure who that was. What was
I made
Craig-
a bunch
Craig
of
Rochelle?
taco chili the other day, and I've been the only one that's interested in eating leftovers, and I'm invested in this. I don't want this food to go to waste. It's good, actually.
Yeah.
But a lot of beans in this taco chili, and
This storage closet in here just got a lot warmer.
Yeah.
So anyway, what were you saying?
I was going to ignore it altogether, but Jesse couldn't hold it together.
It was so loud and long.
Well, the fact that I heard it through my earbuds, but it's probably made the recording.
I hope so.
Yeah. When we were good, we made up a rhyme. Do you remember? Now we're sitting on plastic chairs.
If it's something good,
Sounds good on the wood.
yeah.
If you're sitting in a wooden chair,
all right, Mount Rushmore of surfaces to fart on.
wood.
Wood is number one. It conducts. That's why instruments are made out of wood for a reason.
Yes, there's a
'Cause
reverberation. I mean, plastic does pretty well.
obviously.
There's a bounce factor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Case in point, we just saw it happen.
Yeah, and I think for the sake of burying one would be a sofa.
I
If you
love
want-
to bury one.
Listen, burying one is pretty much one of the funnest things you can do. You just hunker down and you bury it.
Friend of the show who's never listened before, but let's call him a friend of the show, Mike Hill.
Oh, yeah.
He ruined a couch. They had to get rid of his couch because they couldn't get rid of the smell.
So when you see the couch on Facebook and it says free,
No.
to a good home, and it says non-smokers,
No bugs.
no bugs.
Nothing makes me think your couch has bugs more than you saying no bugs.
Yeah.
You're right. I'm more likely to believe that it does.
Yeah.
The fact that you're even addressing it.
Yeah.
Sofa.
Wood.
Plastic. Sofa.
Yeah. Which sofa more than a recliner? Sofa tends to have more of a softness feel, I think. So to bury one into the sofa is pretty pleasant experience.
Yeah.
Another human being. Right? Like just walking by someone, just put it right up on them, man. Laying in bed with your wife, right on her back.
No.
No?
No.
I was going to say
that'd be a one and done for me.
I was going to say concrete
Okay.
as a surface.
Yeah.
I can't think. There's not many more surfaces.
Yeah.
Maybe like
Oh, what about in the pool?
Ooh.
Water.
Actually,
Or
that's pretty
bathtub.
good.
Oh, no.
Water.
You ever hotbox yourself in the shower? Nice steamy shower.
We need to be done with this.
We're
one.
done with
I'm done.
I can go on like
No.
this all night.
Listen. Whose phone is ringing?
Stop it. Somebody's phone is Jesse. Oh my goodness.
Okay.
So
How was your
anyway,
day?
Interesting that you ask. I went to the
BMV.
Bureau. Yes, that's how we got off on this.
Because you wanted to take a BM at the BMV.
Yes. Yeah.
Give me a
I don't know.
BM minus the V. I'm just trying to hash out a joke.
Yeah. It sometimes
Look,
they
you got to
work,
go back and
sometimes
forth.
they
And then we
don't.
got in the Greg Rochelle. Someone
Yeah.
made a fabulous meme. and shared it on.
This is the greatest thing I've ever done.
Yeah.
I mean, I've not.
Listen,
I
okay.
live a
wait,
normal life.
Stop real quick. Mm-hmm. I'm going to go post-production. I never do post-production.
Okay.
Post-production, I'm going to go and throw up the meme on the
Okay,
screen
good,
right now.
good,
So
good.
if you're listening, you need to go to YouTube, pull it up,
We'll show it. So I don't
go to the 15-minute mark
I'm a normal person.
and see it. Yeah.
I've not lived a glamorous life.
True.
I'm just a normal guy,
Just a guy.
and you hope that one day something might, lightning in a bottle, something might happen
Yeah.
that would elevate you past the level of normal average person
Yes.
to elite status.
Right.
And I had my moment.
It's
Yesterday.
Your 15 minutes of fame.
Yeah, and it wasn't, nothing has materialized from it.
Yeah.
But I don't care because I know greatness.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't like to toot my own horn, no matter, even though earlier I did, but I don't like to toot my own horn.
No, you do.
But this is great.
Yeah.
This
It was pretty great. Was it Avenir?
is great. No, it was CMG.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So, so there's this, I don't know, we're going to set it up for people that don't know. There's a pastor, author,
Yes.
speaker. His name is Craig Grossmell. Okay.
Great.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Craig, you want to be on the show? We'd love to have you on the show.
Yes.
We'd love to have you on the show. So,
We'll put you up in the third finest hotel in Marion.
which, okay. So, Craig Grossmell writes books.
Yes.
And,
I like his books. Hope in the Dark is one of my favorite books.
sure. And I've been, and you're not, when I say what I'm going to say next, it's going to be like, how do those things, what do you even, but just wait for it. So I've been particularly gassy lately.
Yes.
Okay. And the phrase came up the other day. I was in the kitchen and I let one go.
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, that was a dangerous fart. Okay. That phrase went through my head.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, that was a dangerous fart. And you know what I'm talking about.
Listen, I've been there.
All right. So, and then immediately, like,
Lightning in a bottle.
it was amazing.
Yeah.
Immediately, I saw the cover of Craig Grossmell's book, Dangerous Prayers. And I thought, how hilarious would it be if somebody redid that book and instead of Dangerous Prayers, it said Dangerous Farts?
Yeah.
So I pull it up on the computer and I do a little bit of graphics work and I block out the word Dangerous Prayers. And on the book, there's hands like prayer hands.
Yeah.
I kind of got rid of that too. And I put a little poof thing, like a little poof signal where the hands were.
Like emoji type of thing.
And instead of Dangerous Prayers, I wrote Dangerous Farts. And there's a byline to his book.
Yeah.
And it's like when a something is something a something or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Dangerous Prayers. When, I don't know what his byline is.
It doesn't
I got
matter.
rid of his byline.
Yeah.
So the book says, so you're looking at the book. It's just the cover. It's exactly like it is.
And I'm going to throw it up on the screen.
And it'll be, there's a poof and it says Dangerous Farts. And then it's got my byline. It says, sometimes a fart is more than a fart or
Yes.
something like that.
Yeah.
And then though that was good enough. If that's all I had done,
But there's
Jason,
one more step
Yes.
that took it over the
if
top.
that's all I had done, it would still be worthy of me bragging.
Yes.
But then all of a sudden, like a lightning bolt had hit me. Craig Grossmell. What if instead the author of this book was Craig Grossmell?
Yeah.
So I did. And I put it up on a couple of, no big deal, put it up on a couple of Facebook Christian memes and sites or something. I might have sent it a personal message to Babylon B. I might have done that. So so we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Fingers
crossed.
Fingers crossed. I had the thought of redoing Hope in the Dark to Pooping in the Dark. I just thought I might do a whole Craig Grossmell line of books, but the Craig Grossmell. So
Yeah.
anyway, so
You're at the BMV.
I went to the bureau. Of, can I say this, Jason?
Yes, go ahead.
Why Ohio thinks they're better than everybody else? Because everybody else in the world is the DMV. It's the Department of Motor, but we call it the BMV.
Yeah.
The bureau. Why we're a bureau and they're a department? I don't know. I just wish they would do the DMV. But so I'm there. because I got to get a new driver's license. And you got this federally compliant new kind of driver's license.
I got that.
I don't have one, so I need one.
Did you get the extra step with the flying and all that stuff? So like
I can fly with it.
Well, so like
I had to do extra stuff.
Yeah, extra stuff like birth certificate.
Yeah, they needed everything. And it was a whole big deal. First of all, let me just say that the people working at the BMV don't get paid enough. Because
that is true.
Everybody that walks in there is mad that they have to be there. And then they give the person their stuff. They're like, and it's not the right stuff.
That's right, yeah.
And then they get yelled at. I saw those people get yelled at. I was in there for 2 hours because it took a while because we had some problems. I saw every single person get yelled at twice. Right? People would yell at them.
Yeah.
And they'd always be like, no, I'm not mad at you. This is not your fault. But it's like, well, then stop yelling at them.
Yeah.
Because the people that you're mad at aren't here.
Right.
This is just first of all, let me just say, the people there that are working there, they should get paid twice as much. I don't know how much they get paid. They should double.
If it was $100 an hour, it should be $200.
It ought to be hazard pay. Like, I can't imagine just constantly being yelled at all day, every day. That's what their job is. They're just getting yelled at. So it was a whole thing, and we finally figured it out. It took some finagling because to make it even more difficult is I've recently moved. So I had to prove my address.
Yeah.
Well, it's hard to prove my address. And I told the guy, I was like, I live a block from here. We could walk over. You see pictures of me and my kids up everywhere. I mean, that's proof, right?
I have a key.
Yeah.
It opens the door.
You're with me. I walk in. There's pictures of me and my wife and kids everywhere. What's more proof that I live somewhere, But that was not enough for him.
No.
He needed more than that.
Yeah.
And he was a nice guy. I also ran into the most talkative guy ever. I mean, I know his whole life story. And he would just stop and talk to me for like 15 minutes. And I'm like, there are tons of people in line. Like, everybody's mad at you right now. Like, can you... Oh, well, I had a good conversation with the guy. So, and what was really hilarious was next to me, I mean, I was there for so long. I think there were like 4 people that got taken care of to my right while I was standing there.
Yeah.
And next to me, this guy walks in. They go, okay, number 314, you're next. And the guy walks up. This real kind of tough looking, kind of gangster dude. I don't say that. It's not a race thing, I mean, he was an African American, but, he was a nice guy. I had a little conversation with him, he was a nice guy. But just kind of a tough looking guy. Just seemed like, it's like a tough guy, And he goes up and they explained to him, because he said, well, I got my driver's license is expired. I need a new driver's license. And so she explained to him the federally compliant thing. And he's like, well, why would I get that one? Because she said he could get the other one still. And she goes, well, if you want to fly, he goes, oh, I'm not getting that one. I'm afraid to fly.
Yeah.
Which I thought was funny, because it's like the implication is that by getting the driver's license,
he's going to be forced to fly.
No, man, I'm not doing that. I'm afraid to fly. Like, no, thank you.
Yeah.
So I just thought it was really funny that first of all, that he was like willing to admit, like, to a group of strangers that he's afraid to fly.
Yeah.
Which I don't know, but just the way he said it was just like, like him getting this. I don't know. It was just really funny. So anyway, that was my experience at the Bureau of Motor Vehicles today. I really, as bad of a rap as they get, I think all the people there, they did a good job.
Yeah.
I don't envy their position. I don't want their job.
Yeah.
And I was almost like, can I get you guys some pizza or something? Like, just somebody, I just want someone to show you some love,
Yeah. Bring in some Andrew's donuts.
I was nice to them.
Yeah.
No,
I had a similar conversation. It was a one-way conversation. I responded, but we're sitting at Logan's Steakhouse. Mm-hmm. So last Saturday, my wife and I went out, and she had officially graduated and got her diploma from college. Mm-hmm. And we're going to celebrate that. So we go to Logan's, and this is the day before Valentine's Day. Mm-hmm. So there was extra people there, lots and lots of people. Mm-hmm. It was probably 45-minute wait to get a seat. And you can't make reservations ahead of time.
Sure.
You have to show up and sit there and wait.
No, thank you.
Well, we did. Okay. And that's where she wanted to go. That's where we're going. So we put her name on the list. We go back in the little waiting room area, and we're sitting down, and it was freezing cold. Mm-hmm. So I'm sitting there with my arms crossed. I think I'm wearing this jacket too.
Sure.
With my bibbed overalls. Mm-hmm. I'm sitting there with my arms crossed. work boots on. I'm just sitting there staring off into the distance. And an older gentleman sits beside me with his wife. And he just starts talking to me about camping in the woods. And he would rather be on a canoe right now rather than... So a good half an hour one-way conversation. Mm-hmm. I responded a couple times, but like, what makes you think I want to have a conversation right now? Mm-hmm. I'm obviously not happy that I have to be here for 45 minutes.
Yeah.
And you just feel like you want to open up.
Yeah.
He did.
Sometimes you run into those people.
Yeah.
I am those people.
You are those people.
Yeah, that's true.
So speaking of Valentine's Day,
Pizza Hut had a heart-shaped pizza you could get for your Valentine this year.
Little Caesars has a Batman pizza.
That's exciting.
It's shaped like the bat symbol.
There's like a calzone and a pizza.
Whatever. I don't
I'm
know
not
what
okay
that is.
with that.
It's like $14
Yeah.
for Little Caesars. That's highway robbery.
Plus, combining a pizza and a calzone. What are we playing God now? I don't know. We don't.
Yeah, the heart pizzas tick me off because you pay more for them and you
less
actually get
pizza.
less pizza. This is the dumbest thing. Valentine's
That's why it's dumb,
It's not
Jesse.
even a real holiday.
Anyways, I wanted to share a story that I don't think I've shared on the podcast.
Shorn.
What? Huh? I don't know what that means.
Shared.
Shorn?
I think you haven't shorn the.
I haven't shorn it. I may have shorn it. Did I say shorn?
No. No.
Shown?
Sharn.
Remember Shoney's?
Shoney's.
I haven't thought about
Shoney's.
Listen, I haven't thought. Do you know what Shoney's is? He doesn't. Do you know what Shoney's is? Shoney's was the
Shoney's
bomb.
was the deal. It was amazing.
Anyhow, if you've never been to Shoney's, look one up and go.
Are they still a thing?
I don't even know.
I'll bet they're not. I don't think Friendly's is a thing anymore.
Friendly's was fantastic.
Friendly's?
I've heard of it.
Yeah, it was here in Marion. Friendly's was great.
I did love Shoney's.
Shoney's was fantastic.
There's one in Dover, Ohio.
Oh, we should go. Road trip to Shoney's. So, not a sponsor, by the way, but we could be. So, I want to tell a story I don't think I've told on the podcast.
Uh-huh.
My very first
Shoney's.
Valentines.
Yeah. When you were one.
No.
Oh.
When in my married years.
I see.
So, we got married in September. So, September
2002. This is Valentine's Day 2002.
One.
Well, you got married.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, exactly. We got married in September 01. Mm-hmm. Valentine's 02. So September, October, November, December, January, February. 6 months. Mm-hmm. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm a stupid kid.
You still don't know what you're doing.
I still don't know what I'm doing. This is advice, by the way. If you just got married and Valentine's Day is around the corner, you can do something that will cause you to never have to celebrate Valentine's ever again.
Okay.
And that's what happened in my situation.
Hey, take this. This is good advice.
I screwed it up. And after that, never had to do it ever again.
Okay.
So she told me what she wanted.
Yeah.
I still don't know what it was. I wasn't listening.
I feel like Valentine's is for wooing. And once you've wooed,
Yeah, mission
married?
accomplished. I'm done.
yeah, I don't need to woo you anymore.
Yeah, I told you a long time ago that I was interested.
Yeah.
I don't really need to make that
If it changes,
clear
I'll
ever
let you know.
Yeah. Oh, you'll know. Oh,
You'll know.
you're not. I'm not going to have to say anything. You're going to know. So I don't know what I'm doing. I went to Kohl's and I bought some cheap jewelry and I just grabbed some things on the thing because I don't know. This looks good. This looks cool. And I wrote this like poem and I give it to her and it hacked her off because it was like costume jewelry. It was like this thumb ring. But I mean, a ring that was like bigger than her thumb. She couldn't wear it.
Sure.
She was pissed.
Okay.
She threw it all in the trash immediately.
All right.
And she had made me these pink heart-shaped cupcakes.
Okay.
Like a dozen of them.
She threw those in the trash.
She threw those in the
Sure.
trash. So she threw her present, which I spent, not a lot of time or a lot of money, but a lot of heart went into that.
Yeah.
I was poor. I was a poor college student.
Sure.
I don't have any money. So she threw all of her stuff in the trash, including all the cupcakes that she made for me. And we didn't speak for like 3 or 4 days.
Sure.
It was bad.
It's like that Nate Bargatze thing when you're fighting with your wife and you're giving each
The
other
silent treatment,
and then he said, but then you run into each other like in the house, like and you treat each other like strangers. Like, oh, excuse me, like.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's very funny when he does it.
Yeah, and so I messed up the first Valentine's, and from that moment on, we've never celebrated it. And I'm totally cool with it because I think it's a made-up holiday
She
too.
explained to you what you did wrong?
Yeah, like every year
Oh, okay.
on Valentine's. Like we have the conversation. I said, remember the pink cupcakes?
Uh-huh.
And she then explains to me what I did wrong, that I didn't get her what she asked for.
Because she asked you for something.
Yeah, and I don't remember what it was. Still, I don't know. I still don't know because I'm too proud to say, what did you want? Because that would be something I could get her now, and and then she'd make the pink cupcakes again.
Erica and I had been married for, I would say 3 months, maybe longer, maybe 4 or 5 months. It might have been 4 or 5 months. And well, first of all, we met, got engaged in a couple of weeks, and then married 6-7 months after that. So
Very quick.
It was all very quick.
And then Levi comes along 2 months later.
You know, I mean, it was a miracle. So, I realized after we had been married for a few months at least, and I realized I didn't know when her birthday was.
Ooh.
Like, it's not like I was like, oh, I know it's in the spring.
But she never told you? You never asked?
I'm not very good at things like that.
That is true.
I don't remember
Yeah.
details like that.
Yeah.
In hindsight, we had already gone through one of her birthdays.
During the dating phase.
During the engagement
Engagement
but
phase, yeah.
I don't know.
You didn't write it down.
I don't, and then this is true about me. I don't remember things.
That's true.
There's a lot of things I do remember, but there's a lot of things I don't remember, and I don't know why the things that I don't know. So
most people say trauma is what triggers those memories.
Might be. So
it wasn't her first birthday wasn't traumatic.
I guess not. So we're sitting out on the balcony one night, and I had a few days earlier realized that I didn't know when her birthday was.
Yeah.
And the only people that I know that know her are her family.
Yes.
I'm not going to be like, hey, call up her dad and be like, when's your daughter's birthday? You know,
Would he even know?
He would have known.
Okay. Because our dad doesn't know our birthdays.
No, but that's fine. He would have known.
Yeah.
But I just felt like the guy that just married your daughter doesn't even know when her birthday is. I mean, I didn't know the month.
And he was probably skeptical coming into it. Who is this guy?
Should have been.
Yeah.
So I didn't know
With good
the
cause,
season.
too,
For
by
all
the
I
way.
knew, her birthday was today. And I was missing it. You know? And I'm like, I don't know how to find this information
I have
out.
an idea.
Yeah.
I would say, like, give her a calendar and say, could you write down everybody's birthday? I mean, your wife, your sister, your mom, your dad, and then I'll fill in all the birthdays from my family. So that way, when it's their birthday, we can call them. And then she would have written down her own birthday in the calendar.
Yeah.
That would have been smart.
I mean, in hindsight, it would have been as easy as looking at her driver's license.
But then you have to snoop through.
It would have been. I mean, we were married, so I could have waited for her to fall asleep.
I don't look through my wife's purse ever.
Well,
I don't want to.
Anyway, I could have easily done that. Never hire me to be a detective. I'm not. Right? I looked at our own calendar.
Yeah.
Cycled through all the months it wasn't on there. That was about it. At that point, I was like, I don't know. That's about all I can do. There's no more other than asking like her sister or somebody in the family. I didn't know what to do. So we're sitting on the balcony one night in Tulsa, Oklahoma, outside, just enjoying an evening. And I'm thinking her birthday could be today.
Yeah.
And she could be waiting for me, like, a surprise or something like that. And I was like, Erica, we need to talk. And she's like, yeah. I mean, and meanwhile, at this point, we've not even known each other for like a year. We haven't even known each other
less than a year.
We've known each other for less than a year.
Right.
And I say, oh, we need to talk. She's like, okay, you know. And
I have something that I need to share with you.
I was like, I have something I need to talk to you about. And she's like, oh, okay, you know.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know when your birthday is. I don't know the month. I don't know.
I think it might be spring.
It could be tomorrow. If it was yesterday, I am sorry. I don't know. And if you don't tell me, then I'll never find it out because I can't investigate any further than what I have. So, thankfully, we were still in the phase of life in which those sorts of things were cute and quirky about me.
Yes.
Right? So, you know.
If you did it now.
Oh, come on. If we, I'd wake up 3 days later and be like,
is this chloroform? What is it?
But, yeah. So, I forgot my... And I can't even say I forgot her birthday.
Because you never knew it.
I just was unaware of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So had you missed it already?
No,
in your
thankfully
time?
I had not missed it. I think it was about a month or two out. So, which, you know, I mean, if you ask me now, I don't exactly know when her birthday is. But so, you know.
I should probably clarify with Savannah when hers is.
That'd be smart.
Yeah. How long you been married?
Almost 10 years. Yeah.
Just give her a calendar. Write down all the birthdays. Let's hit the Netflix.
Yeah, I've been waiting.
You've got one job.
Netflix, watch these shows with us. Netflix, or maybe Hulu Plus. Netflix, watch these shows with us. Netflix, or maybe Hulu Plus. Or maybe Amazon Prime or something like that, like YouTube. Or we don't want to put a box around what you watch, so you never know.
You want to guess the year that this was made? It's
1988.
91.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's vintage.
That's close.
Jason, what is your Netflix suggestion of the week?
My Netflix suggestion of the week is found on Netflix. It is called The Exorcist. Why are you laughing?
It's fine.
Listen, it's actually a very good movie.
Okay.
And it's based on a true story.
Uh-huh.
And basically they have to call in some Catholic priest to exorcise this little girl who contracted a demon.
Okay.
I listened to Father Malachi Martin today on the Art Bell program from like 1994.
Mm-hmm.
They're both dead now, but at the time they were still alive. And Father Malachi Martin is an exorcist, and that's his job. And I find it fascinating. I really do. There's a lot of, Hollywood things are kind of trumped up. You know, I mean, they put special things on it. But the whole idea that it is a real phenomenon, it does happen. And demon possession, I'm talking about. I find that interesting, fascinating. You know, what is going on here? Is this real, or is this... Because a lot of people, and Father Malachi Martin talked about this, is before they ever even get to that stage, there's a bunch of psychological things and doctors, and they try to scan the brain. Is there a tumor? Like, can we...
And it's not a tumor.
It's not a tumor. They try to find physical things that are wrong first.
Right.
Chemical imbalances, all this other stuff. But once they've gone through the whole series... then they investigate the spiritual side of it. I find it fascinating.
Exorcist.
The Exorcist.
The Exorcist.
Yeah, it's actually on Netflix. It's pretty old. I mean, it's probably 40, 45
So the movie
years
is
old.
about the guy who's the exorcist?
Yeah, I mean, it's the story of, I think it was in Chicago maybe, this little girl was having issues, and they bring in the Catholic priest, and he ends up exorcising this demon out of the...
He's like, put the demon in a
bicycle,
It's going
with
to
the arms.
exorcise this demon.
Yeah.
And he's like, when I'm done, this thing is going to be in shape.
Gonna be one stud demon. Yeah. So, anyways, The Exorcist. Probably not super kid friendly. I would definitely have Harrison watch it.
Probably not. A former exorcist would be an ex-exorcist.
That is true.
Oh, and if they come out of retirement, then they're an ex-exorcist.
Sure.
An ex-exorcist.
Triple exorcist.
What's your Netflix
Different
suggestion?
movie. My Netflix suggestion is...
They should not have been that funny, but it was.
You know, sometimes like your friend Dusty Slay. Sometimes things
Dude,
just
Dusty
hit you.
Slay hit me, man. Everything about him.
I will say I get it. I get it.
It's funny.
Why it hits you.
It's very funny.
And Catch Me in the Right Mood, I think it could give me the giggles too.
Yeah.
He's got some mannerisms. This thing right here, we're having a good time. And kind of fix. We're having a good time. Like his shtick is very good.
Southern redneck from a trailer park.
He's doing a good job.
Yeah.
And I'm rooting for him.
Yeah, I hope he's the biggest comedian ever.
Yeah.
And he was clean.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't
he's pretty
remember
clean.
anything that was bad. Give me a good, clean, Southern redneck comedian. I'm going to laugh.
Come on. Yeah.
It's like last week when we made fun of Shoeless Joe.
Yeah, Shoeless Joe with the TV. Now, Shoeless Joe messaged or
it was a YouTube comment, which I don't know how that he must have went to the public library.
I guess
because they have computers there.
The public library in Little Rock. So
yeah, the big town.
They take every couple of weeks. They take a trip
go into the city.
Don't get me started. That'll be the rest of the show. I can't stop once I've started. My Netflix suggestion of the week is called Munich, The Edge of War.
Yeah. This is during the Olympics?
No.
Oh.
It's World War II.
Okay.
It is 1938. Like, war is just about ready to break out.
It's on the verge.
So if you didn't know the history of World War II.
Archduke.
That's World War I.
Oh, sorry.
In World War II, you've got Germany, who has been decimated by World War I.
Correct.
And they're feeling rather, self-conscious, right? They were this great power, completely decimated and handcuffed. They couldn't have an army. They couldn't do all of these things because they got their butts beat in World War I.
Hitler said, "Hold my beer."
And Hitler showed up and he's like, you know what, guys? I don't like this. Let's be not that way.
We're going to be Germany again. We're going to make Germany great again.
He showed up and said, we're going to make Germany great again.
Yeah.
Some people have drawn that comparison. I do not. But some people are actively.
He was just trying to build back better.
Maybe.
Germany, he was trying to build back better.
He probably was.
You don't even know what that's referencing, do you?
It's a political thing. I'm subscribed to the Daily Wire.
Okay.
I don't watch
By the
it.
way, they're releasing movies.
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
Well, I've not seen the movies.
I'm going to need that subscription.
You're going to need that Daily Wire?
Yeah.
Oh, you subscribe? I canceled
No.
mine.
I don't.
Do you?
Subscribe to Daily Wire?
Does anybody?
Used to.
One of you are going to need to
I feel
do
like
this.
we should be on the Daily Wire. Well, how is that not happening?
We've talked about this. Would you rather be on Daily Wire or The Blaze?
Daily Wire.
I'm more of a Blaze guy.
I'm more of a Daily Wire guy.
Listen, nothing wrong with Ben.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a good Mormon any day.
Are there any Mormons on Daily Wire?
No.
What's Candace Owens' religious affiliation?
Hot.
This is Dan signing off for Jason. Oh, my goodness.
Candace Owens, you're more than welcome to come on the show.
Listen, Candace,
I'll have
we'll
to
make sure
step
Jesse
out.
doesn't come.
No, we're going to not invite him that week.
He won't be invited. We won't let him know that we're recording, so you're safe.
Yeah. This is a safe environment.
This is a safe environment.
I do like Candace Owens.
I'm not obviously
I mean, not as big as Jesse.
Yeah, obviously, but yeah, I don't think there's any Mormons on the Daily Wire. But
Yeah.
I like, a couple of. There's a Jew.
Yeah.
There's a Catholic.
Yeah.
I think there's an atheist.
There's an ex-Jew.
There's a gay, too.
Who's gay?
The guy from California.
Ruben?
He's
Yeah.
not on Daily
He's
Wire.
not on Daily Wire.
He's friends with them.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was on it. They wouldn't let him on.
I think they'd love to have him on. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
And then Walsh is a
Christian.
he's just a
He's just
good
a
old fashioned
He's
standard
just a Christian.
Protestant
Yeah.
Christian. And Clavin is an ex-Jew, now Christian, which is quite a thing.
Do they call Messianic Jew?
Clavin, I don't know if he'd call himself a Messianic Jew, because I think to say that you're a Messianic Jew implies that you still practice Judaism.
Well, I think heritage you're a Jew that believes that Jesus is the Son of God.
Yeah, I don't know.
That would be a Messianic Jew.
I don't know.
Anyways,
Anyway.
sorry. The Daily Wire, by the way, is putting out movies.
They're killing it. I saw
they're going to do real
Gina
movies.
Carano is.
Yeah,
they
yeah.
got a comedy coming out. That's like. Did you see that preview? It looked kind
I
of
hope
funny.
Dusty Slay's on it.
Dusty Slay.
Was that TJ
We're
Ford
having
guy?
a good time. We're having a good time.
What is your suggestion?
So Germany,
Yeah. Oh, Munich. Sorry.
and Germany,
He's going to
they
make
want to
Germany
build
better.
back better.
Build back better.
Uh-huh. And everybody, a lot of people are like, hey, let's do that. And then he's like, and while we're doing it, we're going to get rid of those Jews. And some people were like, all right, if that's what it takes,
Yeah.
you know.
They're the problem.
Yeah, they're the problem. And
Yeah.
some people are like, I don't know, Adolf, you might be taking a little too far there. Do I want Germany to be better? Yeah, I do.
But I am a Jew.
Am I interested in I am a Jew, so that's hard for me. Those are conflicting.
I like Germany, and I like my Jewishness, but they're not meshing.
So some people are seeing the writing on the wall. Be like, this man, he's a crazy man.
Yeah.
He's wild. He cannot be trusted. And so the story is about two guys who were friends. They both went to Oxford together in 1932.
Prior to Tolkien.
No, they would have gone to Oxford before Tolkien would have been there. I mean, he would have been around probably. But
Go on.
anyway, it doesn't matter. That's not part of the story.
Sometimes I like trying to get you off because it's really easy.
It's easy to.
Yeah.
I'm just like a. So so one guy is German who went to Oxford. The other guy is English, and they're friends. And they both end up working for the government. They're language specialists. They probably actually did know Tolkien. Now that I think about it, but it doesn't. That's neither here nor there.
And C.S. Lewis.
Well, definitely Tolkien because of the language. Lewis was more about English, but it doesn't matter. Stop it. So they both kind of have similar jobs, and they're both close to the top, right? Where the German guy, they're both young guys. The German guy knows Hitler, will interact with them,
Yeah.
and the English guy knows Chamberlain. This is
Who's Chamberlain?
the prime minister before Churchill.
Okay.
So
I thought you misquoted Churchill.
no.
Okay. I'm just making sure.
So Chamberlain, you know his whole thing, right?
Yeah. He was prior to Churchill.
So his whole thing is that he doesn't want to go to war.
Yeah.
And
well,
so-
who does?
Well, sometimes you have to. Churchill knew this.
Yeah.
So the thing about Neville Chamberlain is that he's wanting to make peace with Germany.
Yeah.
So he goes over there to get Hitler to sign some peace agreements.
Yeah.
And he negotiates with them. Meanwhile, people like Churchill and some other people are like, Hitler will sign whatever you want him to sign. He doesn't care. He has
Yeah.
no scruples.
Right.
He has no morals. He'll sign it and then he'll do what he wants.
Yeah.
You're only making the problem worse.
Right.
And so it's about this German guy who finds out the truth, who wants to get the truth to England so they can realize, like, don't sign these treaties with him
Right.
because he's just going to renege on them. Go to war. Take him out. Because it was the whole Sudetenland crisis with Czechoslovakia. And basically they said, all right, you took some land that you shouldn't have taken, but we're going to let it go.
Yeah.
Right? We're going to overlook it. Hitler, do you pinky promise that you won't take any more
It
land?
won't happen again.
And he's like, guys, I took some stuff back.
Fool
I'm
me
not-
once,
I'm
shame
not
on
gonna
me.
lie. I broke some of our agreements, and
Yeah.
I started an army. Yeah, I did that. Do we have some weapons that I'm not supposed to have? Yeah, I did that. Did I take some land that wasn't mine from Czechoslovakians? Sure. Yeah, I did that.
Do I got 6 million people in concentration camps? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing all of that. But I promise you, I'm not going to do any more. Okay?
That's it. That's where I draw the line.
I'm drawing the line. And
Yeah.
Neville Chamberlain was like, look, see, I did it.
Yeah.
And so he comes back to England, and they're all happy, and he's celebrating. And within a year, Hitler was rampaging through
Of
Europe.
course,
And
yeah.
then they get rid of Chamberlain, and they bring in Churchill, and the rest is history. So it's a very good movie. I enjoyed it. It's called Munich, The Edge of War on Netflix.
On Netflix. That's pretty good. So we're still trying to get the live show scheduled for Bowstring Cafe, Bowstring Bar and Grill. I'm not sure what it's called. Super fan of the show. Jess works there. She waits tables on Fridays. And so she's trying to get that lined up. So Jess, give me a call. Let's figure that out.
Live show.
In person, in studio, not in studio, on site.
Sure.
And we're trying to get people there. So if you want to be a part of it, let us
On
know.
location.
Can I ask you, Jason? Can I ask you a question about
Sure.
your Netflix suggestion a couple weeks ago? 1883. Is that what it is?
I love 1883.
Okay, is
Sam
it as rated R
No.
as Yellowstone?
No.
Because listen, I was informed a couple weeks ago by my pastor that if you watch Yellowstone, straight to hell. It's
Really?
terrible. Yeah.
Listen.
Yeah.
that's
Now,
a
so
bit
I
of an
stopped. I
exaggeration.
stopped after I watched the last episode of the last season available.
But there's a new season coming.
Yeah, and I'll have a crisis at that point because
Basically, spiritual Russian roulette.
absolutely,
Yeah.
and I'll play. But until then, is 1883 good?
Oh,
it's good.
totally. Yes.
Okay.
Sam Elliott.
Listen,
I wish I could talk like
1883 is a fantastic series. I love westerns.
Mount Rushmore of years in the 1800s.
1883's got to be on one.
When was
1812, the War of 1812.
Come on.
So that's a big one.
Well, when did
I think Lincoln was shot in 1868. I think.
Okay.
I think Lincoln was shot in 1868.
Yeah.
So that would be a big one. 1883, that'd be a big one. So the one more year of 1800s.
I think 1850 is a tequila.
There's a tequila called 1850.
Yeah.
1849.
1800.
How about 1849 though? Because that was a big one. The 49ers is named after the year 1849. So there it is. 1812, 1849, 1868, and 1883.
That's pretty good.
The Mount Rushmore of the 1800s.
Okay, so I want to end on this thought.
Mm-hmm.
If
you like to talk to tomatoes.
Yes. I'm going to save it because I think it's a longer discussion. I thought we could get it in quick, but I think we're going to be out of time.
When I'm walking the dog in the winter, I have a lot of gloves and hats and stuff, and I have my headphones in.
Yeah.
And I'm listening to my headphones. I'm currently listening to Jerry Seinfeld's book. And I was walking the house, but my headphones are still on, and it's hard with all those gloves and stuff, and the dog and the leash. There's just a lot to do before I can get my headphones out.
Yeah.
It's at least 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Routinely, it's more than once, like 20, 30, 40, 50 times, I walk in the house, and Erica starts talking to me right away, and I look at her like, can't hear you, but she doesn't see I have my headphones on. And so she has this whole 30-second conversation before I finally get to the point where I can take my headphones on. I was like, I couldn't hear.
And she goes, and that's when my birthday is. I missed it again.
I was like, I couldn't hear you the whole time.
Yeah.
And it's just something.
She needs to get like a notepad out and like write notes and like flip the pages.
Well, I'm starting to think I just maybe need to go through the whole process on the outside of the door so that way, when I walk in.
Can you take one out?
It's just hard because I also they're wireless. I don't want to lose them. I only take them out because you know me. I lose things easily. I only want to take them out when the case is right there and I'm ready to put them right in. Because if I set it somewhere or put it in the pocket, forget about it.
Yeah.
All right, this is Dan signing off for Jason, reminding you to always keep your stick on the ice and never wear the blue sweats.
Sit, boo, boo, sit. Good dog.
I have spoken.
I got rid of the gecko.
Good.
Can I bring a snake next time?
No.